It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS. Obviously, you guys grew a hell of a business pretty fast.
Yeah.
You mentioned networking was a big key, and you had marketing stuff that didn't work out for you. If you had to point to like one or two things where you look back at how fast that business scaled, what were like the catalysts? Was it a marketing thing or a networking thing? Was it an employee thing or a business model thing that you think was like the secret sauce for you guys?
Well, there's two things that we figured out. We struggled. We changed the name of our company a couple times, and every time you change the name of your company, you got to rewrap all the trucks.
I was saying, do you think that mattered? Hindsight, do you think it mattered at all?
No. We changed colors. Now, when we first started, our colors were orange and black, so we went to more of a green and blue. So that probably did help. But no, what really changed it was, and people have heard this before. I won't be the first guy to say this, but this is why stage 2 is very much a why should the customer buy from us instead of brand X? Because until we figure that out, all the other things, like you can't write procedures until you know why your customer buys from you. You can't train your employees to kick ass and serve your customers unless you know how they make decisions and how they buy from you, or why they buy from you. So the two things that we figured out, they instantaneously, like literally within a couple months, took us from beating our head against the wall to holy smokes, buckle up because this thing's on a rocket ship as far as growth. We figured out who we served really well. That was the first thing. And again, people have heard this before, and because they've heard it before, and it's one of those yeah but things, right? Yeah, I know that's true, but we're going to do it this way because, right? Yeah. I don't want to turn away those clients. I don't want to turn away potential customers by talking to this specific group of people. Okay, well, I can tell you from my experience, we wasted hundreds of thousands of dollars on marketing trying to talk to everybody. And when I figured out who we were talking to, we could not keep up on growth. All right, So that was the first thing, was we figured out who we served really well. And it wasn't who we thought we served really well when we first started. It wasn't who we thought we were going to want to serve very well when we first started. Yep. We found out who we kicked ass at serving. And then we figured out how they made decisions. And one of the things I go back to, like the crux of almost everything I teach and everything I guide people through. And again, these are just things I was taught. I was blessed to have great teachers who taught me this stuff. But here's the underlying thing for everything that I walk people through. Everybody, including us, including me and you, Dan, right now, we all make decisions to do things or not do things based on what makes our lives better. Period, full stop. So this notion that I'm going to be, in our case, in the plumbing industry, and I'm going to scream from the rooftops, yeah, but you don't understand. We have the best quality. We provide the best value. We have the best guarantee. And we sound the same as the other 4 guys in the phone book or on Google or whatever, saying the exact same things. Mm-hmm. And we don't give the customer any reason or any idea how we're different. We all say value, workmanship, quality, guarantees, pricing. We're all saying the same 4 or 5 things. The choice comes down to price and convenience. Always. Mm-hmm. And we can be pissed about that. We can fight it. We can say, yeah, but I'm going to do it this way. Oh, it's just human nature. If you want to buy, tell me about the house you bought last time. When you bought your last house, what was the criteria you were looking to buy a house?
Had to be close to the in-laws because we were having our first kiddo, and now we got 3 of them, so that turned out to be a good decision. Had to be close to the highway so that it was accessible to get around town, but also had to be far enough away from the highway that it wasn't right next to the highway, and hopefully like a quiet neighborhood with a big backyard for some kids to run around in.
Okay. How close are you to your in-laws?
The one that I didn't list that I should have listed, but I didn't put enough weight on, we had a house with a 3-car garage, and then we got a house with a 2-car garage. Should have got a house with a 4-car garage. I don't know what the hell we were thinking. That was the biggest miss.
How close are you to your in-laws?
About 10 minutes.
Okay. So you come to me at this time, and I'm a realtor, and I'm going to try to sell you a house. And you say, I want a 4-car garage. I want it within 10 minutes of this address over here where my in-laws live. I want it, not next door to the freeway, but a few minutes up from the freeway. I want to be able to get on the highway and get to work in a reasonable amount of time. And I say, got it, Dan, no problem. I got this condo for you that's about 45 minutes from your in-laws, and it's got a 1 car garage, and it's one of those cool condos where the garage is the first floor, and then you got 3 floors above that. You got like the living space, and then you got bedrooms and bedrooms above that. How's that sound?
Let's go check that shit out.
and you're like, no, jackass, that's not what I want. And I go, but you don't understand. The guy really wants you to buy it.
They just redid the kitchen though.
Yeah, he thinks it's a great fit for you. He thinks the guy selling it. Dan, you got to understand this guy. This guy thinks he's looking out for you. He says it's a great deal for you. What's your answer?
This guy's a moron.
Right. Now, we do the exact same thing in business. The client has their criteria they want to make the buying decisions on, and we go, no. Don't listen to you. Listen to me. I got the criteria you should be using to make decisions. Now, we can do that. And that's exactly what we were doing. We were trying to talk to a wide audience and tell them louder than the next guy, best pricing, best quality, best value, best workmanship, best customer service, blah, 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 the same words as the other guys, just in a different order. Mm-hmm. But we were just yelling it louder. We thought, well, we really mean it. They don't understand. We really mean it. Well, that guy trying to sell you the condo really means it. He thinks you should buy it. He thinks it's a great thing for you. You don't care. Because you're making decisions about what you want, not what he wants. And this is a fundamental roadblock that we all struggle with, because we want what we want, they want what they want. We naturally fall or default to making decisions based on what we want, which is getting them to buy our stuff. Mm-hmm. But we're not the ones with the checkbook. They are.